right, so the first one, I'm going to address this here to Tony here. We've already paid out of pocket for a new transmitter antenna, et cetera, for one channel. We're on the air. How soon can you expect reimbursement for costs, given I've already got invoices for all the expenses? So it's a time question.
Yeah, that's right. Show me the money. That's the number one thing on this. And unfortunately, like I was talking about, trying to strategize for your cash flow, your outflow. So how do we get that back as soon as possible? Please send those invoices in if you haven't done it to Nick. We will upload those and make sure it's prepared. And then again, we're waiting for the FCC to do that. They have 25 left to review, we believe. That's the numbers that they have this morning before we came in. And they are looking at them for the reasonableness. Once they get done with that, they'll do the allocation. Now, because of what's going on, we thought at this point that it would be another 2 weeks. Assuming that nothing changes, it'll be 2 weeks, we believe, before they will do that allocation. I can't stand by that 100% because you've asked me a week ago, it would have been a whole different answer. So a week from now, it may be a complete different answer. So I wish I could have a definitive on that. In normal circumstances, I could have given you a better range. So with that said, I think not within 2 weeks. And then once that does happen, so that'll be the hard thing, right? The hard point. It happens, that'll be the milestone, and then they'll process your invoice. Now, once that happens, we're seeing 2 days to 2 months. No rhyme or reason. Once they approve it, 2 days to 2 months. We don't understand why that takes that long on some of them. But we do see them rather rapidly. And now that, again, they're adding 800 and some TV stations to their existing 987 that they're working on now, with the same number of people that are now working remotely. So we're definitely going to, as this goes on, expect that to improve. I hope that answers your question, and you can always call me later and give you more. And as we know more on that issue, I think that's the prime issue for everybody. As we learn more, we will put out emails to each and every one of you to give that information, or we'll place it on our website at qcom.tv, and we'll let so that you will have the most up-to-date information as soon as we know it.
We got one more question, looks like, here, and if anybody has any other questions, keep typing them out, and by the time we finish this one, we could wrap it up. Otherwise, we can answer on a separate phone call. But someone's asking if we can add call sign or ID number to an invoice, or does it have to be added by the vendor?
Okay, good news on this one is we got relief from the FCC that if the vendor does not provide that, and we'll give you a vendor template that you would, and every vendor you're going to work on it besides us, that you would give that to every time you request a quote. Hey, every time you give me a quote, put these information on it. All that information is the same. It's like you said, the call sign, FCC number. We can write it on later. We like to put it in the PDF, but again, we don't do that without anybody's permission. But it can be written on there. Again, that just draws attention to another reason why I should inspect this invoice further for scrutiny. So we prefer to have it on the invoice as if it was there originally. And there's 2 ways of doing that, making sure it is. We either go back and forth with the vendor to make it happen. Some of these small vendors like the HVAC, some of these other people that you're going to use for small things, they're not going to do that. The large ones, hopefully they have their systems done. But if not, what we'll do is we'll call the vendor up, and you, of course, will have your permission first. Call the vendor up and say, hey, we're going to open up this PDF and add these 2 informations. Do you have a problem? Exchange an email that says no, and then we'll make that happen. Again, so that there's smooth line it through the FCC without any red flags.
Another question is, those pieces of information, call sign and FCC ID, have to be on the quotes as well as the invoices?
Yes. You would think it may, okay, so you can put the licensee name, but a lot of people have different licensee names that are convoluted from the call sign. So the FCC has put 8 different pieces that have to be on there. You can use, we do the call sign as a minimum, and the FCC ID. If you just have the FCC ID, that's good enough, but the call sign should always be on there because you have 1 TV station, but the FCC's got 1,800 of these. So FCC ID and that. You could put an FRN and all that, but those 2, they're the shortest things. Put them on there. even if it could be anywhere on there. It could be in the memo. It could be on the, hey, this is a line item for install. We installed KTIV FCC ID 39124. Boom, it's on there anywhere. It could be in the bill to KTIV, no, FCC ID, and that suffices. It could be anywhere. And that answers that question for the FCC.
One more question here. How do I send my bank info to the FCC? I think they're referring to the CORS, the Form 1806.
Okay, please get with Nick on that. It's something, it's a 4-step process. It used to be 7, so thank you. It's 4. And we will make sure that that happens for you. You have to go get it notarized. You got to get a bank letter from your bank that says you're the rightful owner of the bank account and those things. So, and then once you submit it to the FCC, it has to go through the GAO, the OBM, to verify your bank accounts and all these other things. And we can help you every step of that way.
Okay. I don't see any other questions here. Appreciate everybody for joining. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, I want to give a big kudos to Nick Solano on here. You all know him. You've worked with him on it. He's done a fabulous job, and continues to keep doing so. We look forward to working with you on this project. We'll be following up with you shortly, and we'll have some more webinars coming in. We're going to do more things to give you more details of what's going on in the near future. It looks like a lot of people are going to that. Again, I can't stress enough, please send us your invoices as action items. And if you get something from the FCC, please contact us. You can be panicked or you can be calm. It's up to you. But we'll calm you down, and we'll make sure that you get exactly what is reasonable and what will make your TV station work. The key question you should be asking yourself when you're looking at reasonable is but for this repack, would you have done it? If the answer is no, then it's reasonable. If the answer is yes, it could be maintenance and an upgrade, of which, if you're going to get $463,000, it might behoove you to put $3,000 to $25,000 of your own money into this. That's each individual stations. I want to thank you. Again, I'm Tony Zamalin, and my partner John Owen is out there. Thank you again, John. We look forward to bringing everybody across the finish line. Oh, one last thing, the audit. The GAO audit, if you've ever been to one, it's worse than the IRS, okay? You have to hold this paperwork for 10 years after 7/3 of 2023. So what we're going to do as part of these services that you're going to click, that you're going to retain us to do, we're going to make sure that every penny is accounted for in a manner that the FCC will look at it. They bring a binder out, they open it. It's like doing an ocean inspection. Used to be an ex-ocean safety manager for a large aerospace firm, and paperwork is everything. If we got it all ready to go and you're audit proof, we know where every penny's went, why, with all that stuff, everything in that, we'll put it in 4 different medias and give it to you so that you'll have it. You may not be with the company anymore. You may not even be here. And something, or a new transmitter or a new owner, that data has to go with a new owner, and they're not going to know what the heck you did or why and what was reasonable and what was your engineering thought in putting this elbow here or changing that. So that'll all be captured, and has to be, because they could request that money back. That's a bombshell to end on, but that's why it behooves us just to do reasonable, calm, cool, collect, and we've got you covered. Again, QCOM stands for quality behind the scenes. I'm in front of the camera today. It's been nerve-wracking as heck. I appreciate you putting up with us. Look forward to serving you in the near future. Be safe, and till then, goodbye.